I wanted to show you how to get to Google Drive, how to use it, everything. So the first step essentially is to open up Google Chrome or Safari or whatever internet browser you have. Hopefully you have Chrome because it's the best in my opinion. But so what you'd want to do is you could type up here Google and it should show up this main page. And then in the right hand corner, there should be like a little icon and you can sign in to your student account. And your student account is your student ID at bsd48. So like, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at bsd48.org. That would be your student ID that you would end up using to log in here. So don't type it in Google. I just wanted you guys to see it, or everyone to see that. And then use your password to actually get into your Google account, and that would get you into your Gmail. Once you sign in, I want you to go to your Google Apps, which is right here. This is the easiest way to get to it. So I'm going to click on that. And a lot of people click on Google Docs. Docs is not the same thing as Google Drive. So Google Drive is actually storage. Think of it as like, you know how you save all your photos and your music and your videos and all that stuff to your computer? Well, this is kind of like a digital version of this up in the cloud where you save everything. Google Docs is just where you write papers. So I just really need you to know that, because a lot of people, when they turn stuff into me, like photos, they put photos on Google Docs, and I'm like, no, 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 no. You need to make a folder in here to save all of your images, everything. So we're going to go there. And then I want you to look over here on the left-hand side. So people are like, well, how do I even upload anything? How do I make a new folder? And it's all right here on the left side. This button, the new button, is how you do all of that. So say you want to make a new folder, you click new, and then this pops up. You hit folder, and then this pops up, and you're going to want to title it, whatever class you have with me. So like graphic design 1. Or, you know, if you have photography with me, it's photography 1. And then you hit create. And then it should pop up and show you where that folder is. I obviously have a lot of folders because I've been doing this for 7 years and I have to manage lots and lots of things. But hopefully you are not like me and you don't have to do that. So here's photo 1. And what I want you to do is anytime you want to save something to a folder that you've created, you need to double click on that folder. And this shows you, okay, we're inside, this little arrow says, hey, we're inside of our photography 1 folder. And anytime you want to go back, you just hit My Drive. You don't have to click back here, just click My Drive, and it should show you your folder. For some reason, my internet is really slow, so it's taking a billion years. So what do you want whenever you want to put a file in here? It's really simple. You can drag files in here, which is awesome, or you can click New, File Upload. And that's typically what I recommend just to be safe, because sometimes when you drag files in, they glitch out or freak out or whatever. But it's totally up to you how you want to do it. But this is the easiest way, because sometimes you can't drag, especially if you're on a Chromebook. That can be annoying. So I'll show you one example that I have. I'm just going to drag this PDF in, which you can't see my desktop. I don't have it sharing that, but you'll see here, oh, this was my confirmation for a stay at a hotel. And if I want to delete this, you just click on it and it shows that it's highlighted. But notice up here, when I click on something, all of these things pop up. So these are very important, and you really need to get comfortable with these because that's how you're gonna turn stuff in. That's how you're gonna share. It's really important. So say you need to get the shareable link, and the shareable link allows you to like send a file to me or to someone else or whatever. What you do is you have to make sure you click on the thing that you want to share, and then you click this button. This is a link, and then it'll say, where do you want to share it to? So it's really critical that you do this part, because if you share something with me and it's restricted and I can't see it, then I'm not going to be able to grade it. Okay? If I can't see it, if you share a link with me and it's restricted and I can't see it, I can't grade it. So always make sure, don't just copy the link. You need to go here and just do anyone with the link, because you're not going to really share any of this with anyone but me. So anyone with the link, it just makes it easier that way in case, you know, like you hop onto your personal Gmail and send it to yourself or whatever. Anyone with the link can view. If you want someone to be able to edit it, like say you're collaborating with a group and you're working on a presentation with 3 other people, you need to open this up so that they can edit it as well. So if you make the presentation, but you have other people helping you edit it or add to it, make sure you change it so that when they get the link, anyone on the internet with this link can edit. Now that it's like this, which I recommend that you typically have it like this, you can copy the link and it's copied to your clipboard and you hit done. And then when you're ready to actually, you know, send it in an email or whatever to me, you can go Command V to paste. And then look, there it is. So that is definitely what I recommend that you do. And then if you want to delete something, you can hit remove. But that is basic fundamentals for Google Drive. And I highly recommend that you get comfortable with this just because we're going to be living in it for a while. The other thing that you need to know is sometimes I'll have you make a Google document or a presentation. Google Slides is like PowerPoint. Google Docs is like Microsoft Word. So say I'm like, hey, I want you to create a document for class, for photography. Rather than going to Google Docs, I don't want you to do that. I want you to always start in Drive. You're going to open up the folder for whatever class you have with me. So it looks like this. And then you click New and Google Doc or Google Slides. And the reason why is because it automatically saves it in this folder for you so it stays organized. If you don't do it that way, you're going to lose all of your documents. You're not going to know where they are. And if I need to go into your folder and grade and I don't see it, then I'm going to be like, oh, they just didn't do it, so they don't get credit. And you don't want that. So whenever you're working and creating stuff for my class, go into your folder in Google Drive and then hit New Google Doc or Google Slide or whatever it is that I'm having you do, okay? That is how I want you to organize it so that you don't lose your mind, I don't lose my mind, you get graded, and we're all peachy. So finally, I recommend, looking at everything here and how it works. I really love this. I love the recent tab because sometimes if I'm like, oh, I need to go back to that thing I was working on, but I don't want to dig through all my folders, I can hit recent and it shows me the most recent things that I was working on, and that's super helpful. The other thing is if you need to search for something like a presentation that you just did or whatever it is, you can click in there and type, and that will help you find something really quickly. Okay, so that is Google Drive kind of in a nutshell. And then this little guy, the Google Apps, this is super helpful. That way you can go between your Drive, your Docs, your Gmail, and you will definitely need to make sure that you are checking your email daily. It's a professional expectation. I try to teach professionalism in all the classes, and this is just something that's expected of college students. It's something that is expected of people who are working. And now that we have to work remotely or teach and learn remotely, you really need to be checking your Gmail daily because that is how a lot of us will be communicating with you, not just in Canvas. So that is definitely an expectation that you are checking your email daily because it's really hard for me to get a hold of you since I can't see you every day. And this is the safest and best way to communicate with you. And if you have questions, that is how you need to communicate with me. And if you have questions about how to do that, let me know. All right, hopefully this helps.